And first thing we have to do is that analyzing the previous questions. By analyzing the previous questions, and you can see that from Indian polity and from this chapter, how many questions came in the last 5 to 6 years. And for last 10-20 years, not even a single question came from this chapter. And there is a chapter, bigger chapter in Indian polity, that is the for cooperative societies. And there is a chapter of the Indian polity constitution also. From that chapter, not even a single question came throughout the history of the UPSC and APSC. Then whether we should avoid that chapter, then avoid this, we have to make a difference. These chapters are highly important, study those chapters. And some chapters APSC asks the question every year, and UPSC also asks the question every year from these chapters in different way. And then those chapters are the common chapters mostly all the civil service examiners. For example, fundamental rights. Most of the year one question comes from the UPSC and APSC on fundamental rights. Directive principles of state policy, President of India, and this type of important chapters, non-cooperation movement, civil disobedience movement, home rule movement, and this mainstream Indian history parts, they are asking too many questions. And but APSC asks hardly some questions from the Portuguese colonialization in India. They are asking mostly the questions from the British colonialization as a major part of Indian history. Then making some preference, and by analyzing the previous questions, making some preference of the chapters and identifying the most important chapters, that is the first thing we have to do. Then we have to first do the previous question analysis and along with that do the syllabus analysis also. This is the APSC syllabus. APSC that is only Indian polity and political system in India. Indian polity may be anything I have given in the recommended material. You can go home and analyze it, because mostly what happens when you are going for a seminar, they will show you something in the PPT, you will forget it. That is why to make benefit out of whatever I am presenting in the PPT, I have given in the study material, and you can analyze yourself after going home also. Then political system, Indian economy, planning process in India, 5-year plans, then and history of India and Assam, geography of India, Assam and world, role of science and technology in India, and culture and literature of Assam, India and world, and whatever these are the syllabus you can read in detail going from back home. But out of this syllabus, how we will manage our preparation, and that is by looking at the previous questions. I can tell you, we can divide the APSC after telling what for the UPSC. We can divide the APSC questions into 3 layers. One is the one question, if you are studying the conventional textbook, you will 100% get the answers. Second thing, dynamic part. If you are studying the current affairs, you will get the answer. Third category is that how much you are studying, you will never get the answer. That is some impossible questions they will ask you, anybody will have. Some 4 to 5 questions they will ask something is completely impossible for a human being to answer. They will ask something very strange. This time they asked about a Kannada writer who got the Padma Bhushan in 1997. How we will remember? Then if it is a question about a Padma Bhushan person or the Padma Bhushan Jnanapith from Assam, you will remember. But a Kannada writer who got the Jnanapith in 1997, he was asked in the question, then it is impossible for a human being to study all the Jnanapith awards starting from 1985 to 2018 and remember from where this person and what is the contribution of this person. It is completely impossible. If it is this year, 2018, that is current affairs. And some questions will be there that is 100% impossible for most of the people. If somebody is lucky, then he will get it. He may have read some word, he may have some connection with that knowledge, then he may get the answer. UPSC also will have the same. That is when somebody tells UPSC the toughest examination. And anyway, see here, and this is the Indian polity, Indian history, Indian economy, geography, Assam history, culture, Assam geography, up to here, and including science also. Up to science also, APSC asks only from the conventional text. And some few current affairs questions they are asking, and sometimes it came up 19 question in 2009, 18 question in 2013, and 2015, 25 question, and 10 questions in 2016, 2018, 17 current affairs questions they are asking. How was these portions if you are studying and Indian polity, Indian history, Indian economic geography from a standard material or a standard textbook? And for example, for Indian politics, people are depending on the Rashmikan's Indian politics. That was the material I depended on also. I depended on two materials. One Sriram's IAS Indian politics study material. Plus the Rashmikan's Indian politics. And Indian history also I went for my Sriram's IAS courses and material. Plus the Rajiv Gandhi's modern India, Leverage Singh's this. What is the name of the ancient India? Satish Chandra's medieval India and the ancient India, R. Sharma's ancient India. Indian economy, people are mostly using the Ramesh Indian economy, and this is geography, Majid Hussain geography or the NCERT geography school, and the Assam history and culture, and I exactly don't know the books about the Assam history and culture. It's a comprehensive history of Assam. I don't know the name of the author. If you are searching in Amazon, you can get the comprehensive history of Assam. Then science and technology, mental ability, current affairs, and others. From a point is that these are the standard books people are using. But what I have done personally, I am teaching here Indian polity, Indian history, and Indian economy. And for Indian polity, Indian history, and Indian economy, I have prepared my own material using all these standard materials. For example, Indian polity of Rashmikan will be around 500 to 600 pages will be there. Then I summarize that along with the Indian polity material of the Sriram's IAS, I summarize that into 150 pages. My point is that instead of giving too much task for the students, reduce the task of the students. Because for example, qualifying an examination, and 60% lies with the students and 40% lies with the teacher. If you are for any competitive examination, if you are qualifying, and your 60% is highly important. If the teacher is very excellent and giving all the things in a capsule manner, making your preparation so easy, still if you don't study, you will not qualify. Another 40% duty of a teacher is that making it easy for the students instead of making tough. I can give you two task plans and I can come to the strategy later. Then let me explain this. See this, everything is important. Indian polity and anything comes more than 10%, that is important. Indian economy is also important and geography is also important. Or sometimes 4 questions came last year, but all other years 25 questions came in the 2009. And Assam history is also important. 17 questions came here. And Assam geography is also important, but sometimes less important we can call it. But anytime like the Indian economy happened for me, may also happen for you as well. Then science and technology is also important, and mental ability sometimes 0, sometimes 10. Up to 10 it has come. Current affairs is also important. Then point is that these subjects, 100%, because point, believe me, Indian polity, Indian history, Indian economy, geography, Assam history and culture, Assam geography, science, up to here. If you are studying a standard book or a standard material, and for all these subjects you can see our material outside after finishing the class, and you can see once then all these subjects we have prepared our own material without depending on anything available in the market, because by taking up most important portions from all the available material and the NCERT books, we have prepared our own material especially for the APSC examination. Up to here, these are the textbook books. From here, mental ability, if you have the mental ability, you will get it. And otherwise, it is tough to get it. And because mental ability means that the way should crack in your mind very fast. Then anyway, then current affairs, that is something. If we will have it, because for current affairs, everybody will tell you that you have to read the Hindu or the Assam Tribune. What is the next? Assam Tribune or Tribune? Then Assam Tribune and the Hindu. But imagine if you are taking the Hindu today, early morning taking the Hindu, anybody finish the Hindu one day full? The complete Hindu, is it possible or impossible? Even if you are reading the civil service, if you are reading Hindu, you have to read maximum 10 to 15 news in it. Don't read the complete news. And complete news, reading the complete news will destroy your full time. But I suggest you, I don't read the Hindu much. I did not read when I was preparing also. This is a time-consuming exercise, and we are reading the complete newspaper, and we are reading, even if it is some 10-15 selected news, it will take around 2 hours, 1 hour and 2 hours. By that time, early morning, by reading the Hindu, we get tired. Then the whole day goes. How many of you enjoy reading the Hindu? Anybody? How many of you want to read the Hindu only for qualifying the examination? If you are reading Hindu, we give them because if I am reading Hindu, I read it only for qualifying the examination, and I don't enjoy it. Because you will enjoy reading some Assamese novel or some Assamese short story, and I am sure that you will not read and will enjoy reading the Hindu newspaper. And if you want now to know about the news, and YouTube channels are there, and news will come to the YouTube channel, and you will get all the news from the Facebook, all necessary, unnecessary news you will get it from the Facebook. Then you don't, people are taking a stress and strain and reading the Hindu. That is not it. And believe me, we have appointed, and I have appointed a staff to read Hindu on behalf of me. And the staff will read one person getting a salary. He will read the Hindu on behalf of me, and he will note down the important points of the news what we need for the examination purpose. And that examination purpose, every 3 years, I will revise it once again, whatever she has read or the staff has read, and the staff has compared the points. And when some news comes, India launches some research essay, and I will ask the staff to read more about the research essay and read the contents about the research essay. I will read it, I will go for the examination, I will write down the examination. Then complete 1 month into I get together in 40-50 pages or 30-40 pages, and that I can read it one day. Then 1 month includes whatever we need, and we can read it in 1 day. And you can also read it, and I upload the thing every month or every 3 months. I am compiling the Hindu news and uploading it in our website, and you can read it free of cost. If you are logging into the website now, www.acsassam.com, there will be an ACS Wisdom, that is a magazine, and the magazine has the news from Hindu and Assam Tribune, and this is the short summary of the Hindu and Assam Tribune will be there in the summary of the Hindu and Assam Tribune will be this email ID will be here, www.acsassam.com. The main menu you can get the ACS Wisdom magazine, and you can read the January to March. Now we can click only now, and the March we will remove the January to March, and I will add this is January to March, April, May, June. In June end I will remove the January to March, and I will add the April, May, June magazine. I will add in the section. Then because for exam, I don't support the idea. Preparing for the exam, taking some stress and strain. Prepare for the exam, enjoy the preparation. That should be there. If you don't like reading Hindu or the Assam Tribune, don't read it, and make an alternative for that. And if you are searching in Google, and many good people in Delhi, they are giving a complete current affairs magazine free of cost every month. Don't go for this Communication Success Review or some other paid magazine. Now this is the era. If you are searching in Google, and almost all coaching centers in India are giving their current affairs material free of cost. The current affairs magazine, they are reading Hindu, and because I also worked in the same field once I was in Delhi, and reading the paper and reading the content, preparing the content for the students in a capsule manner, in a needed manner, presenting in front of them, they will publish in their website, they will give to the students. And then this is the idea of making the preparation so easy for you. Then this is the analysis. Then my point is that APSC preparation is very easy. Up to here, all the questions you will get if you are studying a comprehensive textbook or a study material, or if you are reading only NCERT books, also you get almost all the questions. NCERT books plus I support you one comprehensive study material, and either it is specially on Indian polity, and if you are joining here, we will provide you the study materials as well. Then the study material plus the NCERT books will make you all these portions easy. Then these portions, the speciality of these portions is that if a question comes from Indian polity, you should not leave the question, because study should be in that manner. If a question comes from Indian polity, 2018, see 14 questions came from Indian polity. Out of these 14 questions, 13 questions were from the material I provided. But it is there in the material, will not give you the marks. You should not read the material, and you should not tell it is there inside the material. Only one question was there: which of the following political party was formed before independence? That was Shiromani Akalidar was the answer, and that is a part of political history also. All other 13 questions were from the material I provided. Then that means that because if you study well with a comprehensive material, all these up to here you will be able to answer. This 19, at least some 10, 8 to 10 you should be able to answer, because nobody can do everything. And even if we are, even if you are reading the Hindu for 365 days, and we are following the magazine for 365 days, but still there will be some current affairs we did not know. Then there is nobody can guarantee you that I will give you and you can get all the 90 questions, but at least some 8 to 10 questions should be there. And second paper is the optional subject. And as Ashif mentioned with you, optional subject you have to prepare yourself, and that is your option. Some guidance you can take it because my optional subject for UPSC and I prepared myself. And because optional subject, some common optional subjects will be there, and somebody is going for the political science because it is so easy. There is nothing like that. Believe me, last year around 4 to 5 students were there for the mains preparation here. Out of the 5, I think 4 people qualified with the political science as an optional subject. That means most of the people qualified with the political science as an optional subject. Then everybody jumped into political science this year. And because this is called as going by trends. Everybody back in 2018, everybody took, and because especially in my classroom, and I expected that some people I can point to them, I am sure he will qualify. Whenever I am conducting an examination, they are getting 90, 99, 98 marks. I was 100% sure they will qualify, but nobody qualified. Some unexpected students qualified. The issue was that all these people who were excellent in preparation, they went by the trend, they took the political science as an optional subject. This year, and in this classroom, I have given guidance for the mains examination for around 30 students. Online I am giving around 40-45 students. And out of these 30, online I don't have any connection with personal contact with the students. Out of these 30, when they came for the class, I asked them, how many of you have qualified with the political science as an optional subject? Only one was there. And out of 30, 29 people qualified without political science. Then don't go by the trend, go by your passion. And somebody qualified with agriculture as an option this year because that person's degree was in agriculture. Some students qualified with botany as an optional, their student's subject was botany. And sometimes more than shifting from your own subject, going by the trend, you may not be able to do. Then first thing you have to analyze whether the subject I studied, whether it is possible for you. How you will analyze whether it is possible for you. Take the previous question papers of the subject and see how much you are able to answer the question. See what from what chapters, if you are a botany student, see the previous questions of the botany. Are you able to attempt the question and get the answers? And see the syllabus of the botany and what books are there. And if you, by reading these books, whether after reading the books and making a preliminary study, are you able to answer these questions? And along with that, see the Indian political science also, whether you are able to study the political science and whether the political science is digesting for you or not. That you can decide. I cannot tell you looking into the face of one person, this subject is suitable for you, that will not work out. And I will facilitate you, I will give you the previous question papers, I will give you the syllabus, and I will ask you to do, I can connect you with some previous students who have taken the same optional subject, and this way I can facilitate your decision, but I will never influence your decision. And that should be, because if other person is influencing your decision, you will not be able to do. And while going to civil service, tomorrow you have to make wonderful decisions, and today you are unable to make a decision which subject I will study. Then how you will take a decision tomorrow when something happens? I have to take a proper decision on this matter. And this is the APSC. Now come to UPSC. Same thing, UPSC syllabus has two credits, has two papers. Syllabus is same for the paper number 1, that is the GS. The mental ability was there. Here the people can qualify without mental ability also. Then if anybody is poor in mathematics, but you have another paper, we will come to that. Then anyway, and here also see current events of national and international importance, history of India, Indian world geography, Indian polity, economics and social development, and general issues on environment, ecology, general science. This is the UPSC syllabus. But UPSC analysis is a little bit complicated than the APSC analysis. This is the paper 2. Paper 2 is not something to be worried about, because paper 2 marks will not be counted in your research. Paper 2 is a qualifier paper. You should get at least 33% marks in the paper 2. And if you are getting 99, there is no much benefit. But if you are below 33, you will not be disqualified. You will be disqualified from the examination. Then this is a paper, but here you can easily qualify the 33% because around 40-50 questions will be from the comprehension. They will give a paragraph and the answer will be there in the paragraph. You read the paragraph and find out the answer. And this paper, how to prepare, is very easy. Easy means that no need of much high level, because initially this paper came up in 2011. It was in 2011 I qualified first time. When this paper was introduced, I qualified first time when this paper was introduced. I thought that I should take some coaching. I went to some area launcher and they gave me a demo class free of cost. Then I attended the demo class and the teacher was telling some way how to solve this problem. I was unable to understand that, but I was getting answer. I was able to find out the answer going in a different way, and the teacher's way was not applicable for me. Then that way, if I am going with some way, that may not be applicable for you. And for this paper, I am sure if I am distributing the 2018 CSAT paper for all of you, I am giving you 10 hours. See, for 10 hours here, you solve the paper. All of you will get 80 plus marks out of 100. And but the challenge is that you have to finish the paper in 2 hours in the examination. You will know the answer, you have the skill to find out the answer, but the analysis is whether you have a fast skill or you have a slow skill. Then this is a paper to test the speed of your mind. Then that we can make it up. How we can make it up? If the exam comes after 6 months, today you sit for 1 hour, take 50 questions, and when if you are sitting at 11:50 now, put an alarm for 12:50, take 50 questions and try to attend the questions, see how many questions you finish. Sometimes when the alarm rings, you finish only 30 questions. 50 you could not finish. Then again next day also go for another 100 questions or 80 questions to be done in the examination. Take 80 questions and go for 2 hours. Plan and make a attempt for the 2 hours. If you are able to make it up, and if you are able to make it, sometimes when you reach 40 questions, the alarm will ring. 40 questions still left. The next day also you take it, then it will be 42. Next day when you are going to be 44, and that way you will be in a position within 3 months you will be in a position to attempt 100 questions out of examination. Then 80 questions easily you can attempt inside the examination hall. I also prepared only once in 2011. After that, every year I got more than 50-60 marks. Then there is not much benefit out by getting 50-60, but you should get minimum 33% marks in this paper. Then second thing is that first paper is more important. Then all the people who are getting more than 33% in this paper, their first paper would be evaluated and the rank will be, qualification will be decided. Those who are not qualifying this paper, their paper will be put on dustbin. Then other people's paper would be they will evaluate it. Definitely I am telling that it will not be considered. Then other people, those who qualified this paper, their result will be counted for the using the first paper. Then first paper is more important. And for UPSC, and it is the limits of UPSC, whatever you have to study is lesser than APSC. In APSC you have to study an optional subject, you have to study for the GS paper, but in UPSC you need to study only the GS paper. Other papers you need to manage 33% marks. Most of the students who have a minimum intelligence they will be able to do. Trust me, this is not a bigger task getting 33% in the CSAT paper, or the second paper is known as civil service aptitude test. That is whether you have an aptitude to go for the civil service. Here there is a problem. Indian polity, Indian history, art and culture, Indian economy, geography. Up to here we can call it as a conventional textbook questions. The questions up to here, up to geography. Indian polity, Indian history, art and culture, Indian economy, geography, environment and ecology. Up to here, questions will come from the textbook. But that will never be direct question from the textbook. And APSC, they will ask you which article talks about abolition of untouchability. Article something is the answer. Then direct question. But UPSC will never ask you direct question from the textbook. They will manufacture the question for the examination. That is why by studying the textbook, you can have the knowledge. After that, you have to analyze the answer. Then by having the ingredients should be there in your mind, and using the ingredients you have to analyze whether this is a correct answer or a wrong answer. Then you will never get very hardly you can get a question directly from the textbook, but you will be able to answer the questions going by the textbook. For example, they will tell you, and right to life and personal liberty is a fundamental right in the Constitution. And they will not ask you that which of the article talks you about the right to life and personal liberty. They will ask you, give you one sentence, and for example, right to privacy is a fundamental right of Indian Constitution. Is it correct or not? Correct, because recently Supreme Court in the Muthuswamy versus Government of India case added right to privacy into Article 21. But if you are going to Constitution, you can see only right to life and personal liberty. And Supreme Court has mentioned that right to privacy is a part of right to liberty and right to life. Then that is why that is an answer. Then you should know the connecting points also. Another thing, we are Indians, and according to Constitution, we have the freedom to move anywhere in India. Yes. Then they will ask that freedom to move anywhere in India is a fundamental right for all the citizens of India except the people who are suffering from Nipah virus. Is it correct or not? If a person is suffering from Nipah virus, he can be given the freedom to move anywhere? No, he will be in the isolation ward. Then this is, and then we will get confused whether Nipah virus person has the freedom to move anywhere or not. In the examination, there should be no confusion. That fundamental right can be restricted for the people having communicable diseases. And then there will be another thing may be like this. And freedom of movement is a fundamental right for all the people in India except the people who are suffering from the AIDS. If a person suffers from AIDS, his freedom of movement can be restricted or not? Yes, because it is also a communicable disease. Then another thing is that the freedom of movement in India is guaranteed for everybody except for the prostitute. Prostitute has the freedom of movement or not? No. Prostitutes also have no freedom of movement. And because prostitutes for the profession of the prostitution, they cannot come to your door and knock, "I am a prostitute, you want me?" That will not be permissible. And that is why in the urban cities they are confined into some region. They have the freedom of movement only in this region. And all these exceptions were added through different judgments of the Supreme Court of India. All these are the, whatever I told you now, all these are the evidence of the Supreme Court. Then you should have the basic knowledge that is a person suffering from communicable disease, his freedom of movement is restricted. Then another thing is that you have to analyze that whether the person has a communicable disease or not. Nipah virus is easily communicable, and then some other disease may not be communicable. Sometimes they will ask you that whether a person having some malaria, his freedom of movement is restricted or not restricted, because malaria is not much proved to be a disastrously communicable disease. Then that question may be, you have to know the basics of the point, and they will build up the question on the basics of the point. Then anyway, but my point is that if you are understanding the concepts and studying well the points, then up to here, up to geography, you will be able to answer depending on the textbook, not from the textbook. You will get the information for the answer from the textbook. From here, environment, ecology, and science and technology, current affairs, these three are dynamic. Environment, ecology, they will not ask you any question from the textbook. They will ask you sometimes about the Paris Agreement of the 2015 and which of the following are true regarding the Paris Agreement, and that is a current affairs of the environment and ecology. They may ask you something about the smog in Delhi, because in the winter Delhi become much polluted. What are the reasons behind that? And they may ask you sometimes some other environmental act passed by Forest Protection Act passed by the Parliament of India. Then from here, the environment ecology questions will be mostly the current affairs question, that dynamic question, because we have to update every year. Science and technology also, they will not ask you anything from biology, physics, chemistry. Forget about the biology, physics, chemistry. If you have prepared for the NEET examination or medical entrance examination, you must have studied, and forget it after that. And for the civil service, I am talking, because now the concept of the society is like that. If you are getting high marks in the 10th standard, then you must study science. Yes or no? And if you are getting more marks in the 12th standard, must be a doctor. And to see this, how many years? 17 lakh people appeared in the NEET examination, they are the highly talented students of India. 17 lakh. And out of 17 lakh, how many gets MBBS? 10,000? This is a stupid thing the government of India is doing. And for fixing who will be the 10,000 MBBS holders, we are giving punishment for the 17 lakh people, and they are waking up in the early morning, preparing and doing. Finally, somebody commits suicide also. And because in Tamil Nadu, two students committed the suicide after the NEET research. And somebody is preparing, repeating, re-repeating, again re-repeating. Some new words came to the English, re-repeating. Then this happened because of the NEET examination. Anyway, and science. My point is that science they will ask you about the modern technology mostly. In 2009, when I appeared the examination, there was a question about Bluetooth. Now everybody knows what is Bluetooth. That time, it was first time on the question paper I heard about the Bluetooth. I thought that it will be some key which is blue color. They asked the question, the option number, which of the following statements are true regarding the Bluetooth? I did not know anything about it, I did not answer the question. And now the answer will be very easy. Even the Rishabh will answer the 2009 question when I am asking now about the Bluetooth. Question number 1 is that Bluetooth is a wireless transmitting device. Is it correct? Yes, you can transfer some file without wire. That is I did not know that how to transfer something without a cable. I did not know that time because I had a small Nokia mobile phone without much technology. Then the second question was that using Bluetooth and the files can be transferred from one device to another device even if the devices are beyond the line of sight. One device is here and the device is there and can be transferred through Bluetooth. Yes, no need to see the Bluetooth, two devices no need to meet each other, and without meeting they can transfer the file. And question number was that only one is true, only 1 and 2 are true, 1 and 2 are wrong, and 2 is true. That where 4 options were there. I did not understand anything. What is Bluetooth? I did not know. And after 1 or 2 years, Bluetooth became very popular in India because it was in 2009. First time Bluetooth was introduced in US. That's where they asked the question. After 2 years, Bluetooth becomes a common knowledge. That time it's an excellent knowledge if you know something about the Bluetooth. And now, if you are asking the Rishabh what is Bluetooth, he will answer you correctly. And he asking that Bluetooth is a device for transferring the file, then he will tell yes. And whether you can use the Bluetooth without the two devices are meeting together, he will again tell yes. Then, if the questions are like that, everybody will qualify the civil service examination. That is why now they will ask about the artificial intelligence, and this is about to come in India, almost came in India, but still because you also may be using the artificial intelligence. Some fonts will be the face and font will be okay, this is my honor, I will offer. And some other face comes and the device does not identify. Sometimes the device is sometimes smarter than the human being. Artificial intelligence becomes smarter than our own intelligence. The order went to a beauty parlor, did all the makeup. After that, again the device will identify this is my order. But sometimes we may not be able to identify the same person is there or then still. And this is device sometimes artificial intelligence question may come. Internet of Things. Last year they asked the question about Internet of Things. Then Internet of Things is a future technology coming up that whatever work we are doing, the machine will do. Sometimes if the Internet of Things becomes a reality, and tomorrow whatever I want to speak in my mind, instead of I need to stand up here only, whatever comes in my brain and in my mind, that machine will talk with me. I have no work. I have to only think. And then I will think about the class, and machine will teach you how to do what are the lectures will be given. Then Internet of Things, last year they asked the question. Then the upcoming technology may be a question. Sometimes the question came about the Gorilla Glass of the mobile phone and what are the features of the Gorilla Glass and technology. When the Gorilla Glass was first introduced, now everybody has a Gorilla Glass on their mobile phone. Then future technology may be a question for the science. That's why science should be postmodern. Not only current affairs, the future current affairs you have to study for the science and technology. And current affairs obviously 1.5 years current affairs you have to prepare. That will be mostly from the magazine and other things. And this is the 2 sections of the question. A third section of the question, as I told you earlier, some 5 to 10 questions will be there. Nobody is able to answer. Don't be bothered about it. And that 5 to 10 questions, they want to make an impression. Our exam is the toughest examination. Nobody gets 100%. Then only if somebody gets 100%, that exam is not tough. And in NEET examination, also sometimes somebody gets 100%. And what is the IIM entrance examination called as MAT examination also you may have seen sometimes somebody getting 100% exam, but in UPSC cutoff marks goes down below 50% sometimes. And yes, this year, last year cutoff was 95 out of 200. If you can get 50% as qualified the UPSC civil service examination, and because see these 5 lakh, 6 lakh people are appearing, out of them 14,000 people are unable to manage minimum 50% marks. Then the cutoff comes down to 45% and 48% cutoff comes up. Last year the general category cutoff was 105, OBC cutoff was 95. Then OBC people, if you are SC, ST, 80 something comes up 85. Then out of 200 I am talking. If you are able to manage 40, 45, 50% marks, most probably you will qualify the civil services preliminary examination. Now, coming into, then this is, I told you, this is the study material we have prepared for all the subjects, and this is, we have prepared comparison. If you wish, you can use it, otherwise you can go for whatever study material I described to you, and Indian political and Indian economy diversity, and Indian history, Rajiv Ahir, and the ancient and medieval, you can go for the NCERT, and geography again you can go for the NCERT books and the Northern Hussein's Indian geography. And again, along with that, for the current affairs, you can use our magazine for the APSC and for the UPSC, and we will provide the yearly current affairs. Then, next thing is that this is what we have to study. Now, how to qualify in a smart way? 3 things are needed for qualifying in a smart way. One thing is the planning. Don't plan for 5 years or 6 years. Already, Narendra Modi has abolished the 5-year planning. Then don't go for the now it is day-to-day planning. Because planning in 2010, planning after for 5 years is a stupid thing. Because the world is changing so fast. UPSC will also change, APSC will also change. Can you plan that after 5 years, when I become rich, I will purchase the iPhone 10, that will maybe iPhone 20. Then don't plan something that okay, don't dream that I will purchase iPhone 10. And you have to think of that this is not the era of the plan. Plan simply and make a simple plan. Whenever the immediate next exam comes, I will appear. That decision you have to take first. And second thing is that you have to go by the strategy of the preparation. Strategy of the preparation means that I can tell you, I gave you all the guidance, but what is going to happen, I can tell you. You are going today and taking the out of motivation, somebody may purchase the Rashmikan's Indian polity, and wherever you are going, you will carry the Rashmikan's Indian polity. And after 3 months, if I am asking you how many pages you have read, 100 pages. That means if you are reading 1-2 pages per day, it should be 180 pages. Then this is the problem of the lack of strategy. And one strategy you have to take it as, because if it is a 400 pages Rashmikan's Indian polity, you make a first decision how many pages I can study, not read. I can study every day. This is not a reading a novel. And how many pages I have the capacity to study every day. If you feel I can study every day 10 pages, early morning I will study 2 pages, and after some time I will study again 2 pages, evening I will study 2 pages, afternoon and again by evening, and by after 7 I will study another 2 pages, by night I will study 2 pages. Then I can study 10 pages per day and follow the 10 pages for the next 40 days. Within 40 days, 1/7 of the UPSC finishes. Otherwise, I have seen many people when I joined the coaching first time, and people were coming with the Rashmikan's Indian polity in the hands. Wherever they travel, they take the Rashmikan's Indian polity. After 6 months, I asked somebody how many pages you have read, and he told me 150 pages. 20 pages, 30 pages were also there, then this will not work. Then you should have a strategy, means that, and you have to read the more consistency, more than strategy. You should be consistent in the preparation. Then every day, if it is 10 pages, you finish every day 10 pages. Personally, I can read up to 20 to 20 pages per day. I finish Rashmikan's Indian polity in 20 days. 20 days, 20 pages, 400 pages. Now, another problem is that, and I gave you the consistency. You study the Rashmikan's Indian polity within 40 days, then 1/7 finished. Then you took the MSc Indian economy for another 40 days and 2 by 7 finished. Then one by one you finished, and within 6 months imagine that you finished all the syllabus of the UPSC and APSC examination. Now after 1 month exam comes, when you are going to exam, you must have forgotten 70% of Rashmikans and 60% of second subject, 40% of the third subject, and whatever you study in the end you will remember around 100% or 90-80%. You will not qualify. Then how we can retain in the memory, and that is another important. And instead of going for 10, 2, 3, 4 books for one subject, take one book or one material for the one subject and revise it multiple times. Revising is also a difficult task, because sometimes if you study Rashmikant's Indian polity within 40 days, you may take another 20 days for the revision. Then again revision also needs some 4 to 5 months. Then what I do personally is that when I study 20 pages of the Rashmikant's Indian polity, the important points I summarize in 4 A4 sheets. Then my 21 day class, 1 day preparation, I will summarize in 4 A4 sheets. That means the complete 400 pages Rashmikant's Indian polity, I have summarized in 80 A4 sheets. Whatever I summarize from the Rashmikant's Indian polity and the Sriram's IAS Indian polity, I convert that into material for my classes here. Then the point is that this 40 pages I converted that into 80 pages of the summary, and another second subject also another 80 pages of the summary, and after finishing the revision I can revise in 4 or 5 days the 80 pages I have written with my hands. Then you are studying in using different way. One method is that you are reading, second method you are writing, and third method you are revising whatever you have studied. Then how many times you can revise? If 10 times you can revise whatever you have written with your hands, then that much knowledge you will have to increase, and that much marks also increase point. Then while studying, prepare your own handwritten notes, and revising with the handwritten note is so fast. Imagine that even if your handwriting is very bad, you will be the fastest, you will be reading fastly. And even if another person's handwriting is very nice, I will not be able to read as fast as I am reading my handwriting. Then I love whatever is mine. Then your handwriting will make more inbuilt in your mind, because it will give you more index. You will have a love for your handwriting. When you are reading something which you love, then the computer fonts you don't love that much as you are loving your handwriting. Then when you are reading something written by yourself, it will remain in the mind for a stronger manner. Then when you are reading first time and you remember many points, some points you don't remember, even underline with red color. Second time when you are revising, and revise only the red color underline points only. Third, when you are reading again, something still out of memory and out of your knowledge, and make a round with the red color. Third time go only for the rounded points. And fourth time make a second round, third round, whatever you want. And if you see my class notes, you can nobody else will be able to use it. With a lot of art I have done inside my points I have prepared. Then this is called as the strategy of the preparation. You should be in such a position. You are able to revise whatever you studied for the last 1 year or 6 months. Even if the exam is tomorrow, you should be able to revise all 7 subjects today only. Within 1 day, because 1 page you can see, and all the points are in my mind. Go to the next page and all the points are in my mind. Then that way, you should be in a position within 1 hour, you can revise the 400 pages of the Rashmikants or whatever material you are using for the preparation. And you should reach into such a stage. Then it will be qualified. This is the right strategy of the preparation. Anyway, if you are, I am going to wind up, and if you are following this right strategy, and success is yours. And success is yours, because success will never come with a simple work. Success will come only with the smart and hard work. And by only doing hard work is that multiple times you are reading the Rashmikant's Indian polity, you are only doing hard work, the success will not come up. But one time you are reading or studying in a qualitative manner, you are preparing your own notes and revising with your own notes. That is the smartness of the preparation. When by doing in a smart way, obviously the result will come, and that is why. And believe me, if you are ready to change yourself, and if you want to go for a bigger level in the life, and if you want to change your position in the life, and you prepare for it, you start preparing today itself, and you start start thinking about how I can change myself today itself. And whether it is because all of you came out for the civil services examination, that is why I have given you the guidance for the civil services examination. And there is one more stage, that is the mains examination. We will take too much time to describe the mains examination. We will gather another day once again and we will describe in detail about the mains examination. Or go and qualify the prelims examination. Mains, I will make it up for you within next 2-3 months. I will make up the mains preparation for all of you. Then believe yourself and think that this is the modern era. You have to cope up with modern era, getting an employment day by day becoming tougher. And if you are not doing the hard work now, and tomorrow you will end up in an ordinary life or a normal life. And a person who becomes successful in the life is that taking a decision at the right time to change yourself and ending up in becoming an outstanding, extraordinary individual, extraordinary citizen. Mahatma Gandhi, even after 150 years of Mahatma Gandhi's birth, still the world remembers Mahatma Gandhi. And that is also a same person. Mahatma Gandhi also has same physical capacity of we have. Mahatma Gandhi has also only one cerebellum medulla oblongata. We also have the same. And Gandhi has something lesser than has no hair. And we have something extra than Mahatma Gandhi if you are looking in a physical manner. Then becoming outstanding is that if you have the willpower and if you are taking a decision, you can be an extraordinary, outstanding person. If you don't take a decision, it is so easy to die as an ordinary citizen. And there is no much risk. You have to sleep at your home and you can be some IAS in dream and you will die after 2 years. And that is so easy. Then we enjoy the life by becoming an excellent citizen of the nation. I'm winding up here. Thank you for coming and thank you for giving me the session and listening to me patiently, and thanks once again.
How many of you got a lot of knowledge from this session? Like, this is profitable for you?
Yes.
This is Sunday. Maximum Sunday people go for vegetable shopping and all, but you have came for knowledge shopping actually in our center. That is nice. So let me come up to the point. Since you have come to our center to get a seminar, to get some knowledge of civil service, we are starting our batch from tomorrow. Okay, this will be the last batch for 2019 preparation because we have already started from last year September. So this June 10th we are going to start our last batch for 2019 preparation, and then from September we are going to start another batch that will be for 2020 basically. So till now we don't know when they might organize the preliminary examination because the days are not out yet, right? So most probably they will put it in a notification after the mains dates. So hopefully you should prepare yourself from now on, right? So from tomorrow we are going to start the classes. So basically this is our prelim strategy. Not only prelim strategy, basically for the civil service preparation. Because our connection with you will not end within 6 months. Our connection with you will be till 2020 December. Because now you will give the prelims, then you have to come back again for the mains, and then again you have to come back for the interview, mock interview. Because you should not take the interview lightly. Because I have seen people who have not cleared the interview for 3-4 times, and now they are preparing mains with us. Okay, so there are 2 points why you fail in the interview. One is that maybe because the score in the mains examination that is less. Right? You have to take a target to score in the mains. See, if you can score at least 900 to 1000 marks and keep it in your hand, then your interview is clear. Then the interview will not ask you much questions, right? Because the interview will ask you subjective questions in the interview only when you have less mark in the mains. Because that interviewer wants to confirm that you have the knowledge to become a commissioner or administrator. But if you can score well, because mains is in your hand, right? Prelims is a separate chapter. It's just a screening test. After clearing prelims, the main work comes up. Include the marks of the mains and the interview, they club together, and then they will see the cutoff that you are eligible to become a commissioner or not. So that's why mains is in your hand. You have to score as much mark as possible in the mains, and to get lot of marks in the mains, your concept has to be clear from day one. If you are planning to start from today, your self-study or guidance from us or whatever, or going to any other classroom courses, you have to be alert from day one. You should not miss any classes, or if you're doing self-study, you should not miss a day. Whether if you're going for a self-study, you make a plan that okay, these days to this day I will study this subject, I will not mix up all the subjects. Because what happens, like if you study polity today, tomorrow history, then geography, then after 3 months if I ask you what subject have you completed, you will not be able to tell you that I have completed polity and history. But if you complete a subject in a month properly, then okay, geography and polity, it's finished. I need to study another Assam history and geography, current affairs and science. So that way. So make a plan. We have made the plan. This is the detailed syllabus of general studies we will give you on polity, what to study, what not to study. I think we have given a demo in the papers that we have given you. So that is the plan for us. Then we will know what to study from each subject. Okay? We have extracted the important topics for the civil service examinations. Then we will give you complete study materials, and then these are comprehensive study materials. After the class, you can go back home and make a revision for that day. Say for example, for polity, you had a class on objective resolution. So you get the class, get the concept clear, go back home, read it from the study material that we will provide you. Then for that day, objective resolution, there should not be any confusion on that particular topic. That is the plan. Okay? Then 300 hours of all total classes we will provide you. Fine? Weekly online test will be actually weekly online test means this is basically for the online coaching. We have an online and an offline coaching, right? So online coaching is all over India. We have students all over India, Bangalore, Delhi, and everywhere. So there also the format is same. In the online coaching also we provide this for the job going candidates who are not eligible for, they don't get time for regular classes or some financial problem. That way we have made this online coaching. The whole content will be same. There will be weekly test here. There will be weekly online test there in the online course. Then 30 prelim structured model test. Finally, when we complete these 300 hours of classes, finally we will get 30 model tests. That is around 3,000 questions. 100 questions for each test. So that much of questions, if you can prepare with us, then you will get only 100 questions in the preliminary exam. Then obviously your confidence level will be high, you know. And you never know. I will not say we will get common questions, but you might get, obviously, if you see the ratio and all. So the next thing is, along with the prelims, our course is not for the prelims mains interview, as I told you. So after prelims, you will get a 1 month break or 1.5 month break, then you have to come back for the mains. The mains plan is this way. We will give you around 150 essay topics for the general studies paper, from the general studies paper, on each and every subject. Like for the exam, you have to appear 10 questions, right? For the 200 words, 100 words, you have to appear 5 questions. 50 words, you have to appear 8 questions. That way, so that way we will give you around 150 essay topics to practice with us, along with study materials on each and every topic, so that you get the content from them. For example, if a question comes from history, then if you do or some current affairs questions on CAB, you might not have that much of content, right? So we will give you some notes. We will give you classes for the mains, and then you can extract the content from the class, from the study material, and then you club them and write your own answer. Mains cannot be cleared copying from somebody else. It's not possible, it's not true. You have to write your own answer. And how to frame the answer, how to make that paragraph, how to impress the examiner, that format we will teach you, so that you get maximum marks in the mains examination. Along with that, there will be 25 main structure model test. The 200 words, 300 words, 200 words, 100 words, 50 words, 2 marks. That way we will give you 25 main structure model test, and obviously answer evaluation will be there, where you will come to know what is your weak point. Because maximum candidates don't score in the mains for this reason. If you are attempting for 16 marks and you are investing around 10 to 15 minutes in a question, and if you are scoring 8 to 7 marks, is it worth it? Obviously you have to get at least 30-40 marks minimum, right? How to get that? We will guide you. Okay, this is the online method I want to discuss with you. If somebody wants to go the online course with us, it's simple. You just open our website, acsassam.com. There is buy a course option is there. 1 year APSC online course.
So this ACS Wisdom, I have talked with her.
Okay. ACS Wisdom, we have actually launched it in Guwahati, Kalakshetra. We had a seminar. This ACS Wisdom is a digital magazine where we will get content from Assam Tribune and the Hindu. So obviously, I think if you study the Hindu newspaper, you spend around how many hours? Anybody has studied the Hindu completely? I think you will need around 2 hours. So to complete it properly in a civil service way, not BJP Congress political the civil service doesn't ask this type of questions. The main thing which is required for the civil service, monthly current affairs will be uploaded here. Now January to March current affairs are here, you can get access it free of cost. Okay? So, and to get the course, you have to click this website, buy a course, 1 year APSC online course, you click there. Then this is the course fee for the online. You click buy now. Next page will be this one. Then you click buy now. Then this is the form you need to fill up it. There is the option pay you money where you can do the card payment. If you don't want to do card payment, then direct bank transfer is there. You click here, you will get the details. Fine. And then down you need to place order that. And now till 15 June, we have this for this magazine launch. We have the coupon where you can add this here. Click here to add coupon. That is APSC Capital Law -10. The 10% scholarship you will get for 10,000. That will become 9,000. Fine. So that is the online thing. This is the APSC -10 coupon code is there. That is for the online thing. Okay. And the next is regular classroom. We will start from tomorrow, as I told you. That will be of 35,000 for the prelims, for the mains, for the interview, including everything. Unless and until you become an ACS officer, you can be with us. You can take the guidance from us. Okay. So this is a long process. 1.5 years. I'm telling you. You make a table for your timetable for yourself, and don't mix up everything, because everything you cannot achieve. Make a decision. Go back home. Make a decision. What you want to become. It's not that I just want a job. Sakoi lage, heneke meeting la nohobo. That is a rat race you are running. Okay, don't run with the race. Just think about something that if you want to become an ACS officer, why do you want to become an ACS officer? Ask that question to yourself first. If you want to go become an ACS officer just to get power and money, then don't go for it. Because that way, this interviewer will never. আগতে আকেশ পথৰ বেলেগ কথা আছিল এতিয়া নাই থাকে সো এইটো কাৰণে এতিয়া জুন মানে এলিজিবল হয় যাৰ মানে হেৰি আছে তেওঁলোককে সিলেক্ট কৰিব আৰু তেওঁলোক কৰিছে আই হ্যাভ সিন দিস টাইম ইন্টারভিউ আই মিন লাইক আই হ্যাভ হিয়ার্ড অবভিয়াসলি আই এম নট সেইং আই হ্যাভ হিয়ার্ড ফ্রম দ্য পিপল হু হ্যাভ অ্যাটেন্ডেড দ্য ইন্টারভিউ তাৰে এইটো কাৰণে একদম ক্লিন মাইন্ডেৰে প্ৰিপেয়াৰ কৰিব লাগে আৰু যাতে এইটো এটা ড্ৰিম হয় আমাৰ যাতে এইটো আমি কৰি আদায় কৰিম তাৰ পাছত you go for your hobbies and passions and whatever you want to do. Right? Or if you have any other criteria, then you can choose that. I'm not forcing you to go for the civil service. But the thing is, if you are preparing for the UPSC also, attempt APSC, attempt UPSC board. Initially you attempt APSC, clear the exam, then go for the UPSC. Maximum demand clear korise UPSC. Clear korise. Tar ভিতৰত 7 জন 6 জন APSC, ACS হয়। আমাৰ যিজন ACS ওলাইছে মিলৰম শৰ্মা, he is also preparing for IAS next year. So he is also guiding with us.